Okay, backlinks are really important for your business, for your website. Backlinks are essentially links from other websites to yours. It's the most important off-page SEO factor. So just to be clear, a link, for example, John has a blog and I have an e-commerce store. John writes a blog post and links to one of my products from within the text, clickable text within the post, links to one of my products. That is a backlink. Different site pointing to my site. Okay, these are basically how Google and the other search engines crawl and index new information on the internet. A backlink can be considered as a vote. It's the mechanism of a voting campaign. Essentially, the more business, the more websites you have on the internet that link to you, the more trusted and authoritative you become. Okay, so the challenge then becomes, how do you get more sites to link to you? It's very difficult to manipulate. Google's very good at understanding what's a good link, what's a trusted link, what's a relevant link, right? Because a dentist blog might not link to a florist shop. Why would they? Unless somebody was eating flowers and broke her tooth or something. Right? So there's creative ways to get relevance from different types of... Get hungry. All right, there's many different types of backlinks. There's directories, related sites, social network profiles, bookmarks, blog posts, news, articles, things like that. We do a lot of linking. Anybody doing linking has a huge responsibility because it's a very sensitive nature. One, if you're producing content out there, it needs to be quality, add value to the web. If you're doing linking for another person or another website, another business, it's important to understand that there's risks involved because you can actually damage a website if you're not using quality linking tactics or being really intelligent about how you link. Google has kind of put the crackdown on people who are trying to manipulate their algorithm because they don't like us SEO people, you know, flying websites up to the top #1 spots. And we used to be able to do that through linking very easily. 6 or 8 years ago, it was a situation where we could just blast a website with as many links as we wanted using the same keyword. Those days are over because they can easily detect those unnatural patterns now. So it's important to understand the risk mitigation and approach it with intelligence. And for one, it costs money. You invest in your business, you invest in content marketing, things like that. It's important to be smart about it. We're building millions and millions of links a month, so we have a lot of data on the process. The things that matter are link source. Where is your link coming from? Is your link from CNN? It's a good link. Is your link from some foreign, Chinese website that's another language and links to a local Orange County business? It probably doesn't make a lot of sense, right? What's the quality of your link? What's the SEO visibility of the sites that are linking to you? If you're getting links from sites that are never found or never visited by anyone, remember Google can see that. So how important are those links really going to be, in the link graph? If a website has strong SEO visibility, for example, a news site or a popular directory or something else, a popular blog that gets internet traffic, that gets SEO traffic, that link is going to be more valuable. News domains is important too. That indicates recency and an event or an update or something new, an announcement. Same country links are important. New links, aged links, no follow links are just a way to tag. It's basically a safer way to link. And then the link anchor, which is also very important. Here's a hierarchy of importance. The number of backlinks being the #1 important thing. Next is SEO visibility. There's really about 4 hours of linking education that we could do on all this because there's so much to it. There's dozens of tools that we use and dozens of processes that we have and dozens of ways to get different types of links and things like that. So What we could do is do another event just about linking, if anybody was interested in that. Yeah? Okay. I've done a lot of linking in my day, yeah. We do a lot of linking, yeah. You could do it, unless that's your thing. Extremely time consuming. We have 23 people who do link building constantly. That's their full-time role. That involves content creators, submitters, people who run software and things like that. So we focused on source, relevance, age, the rate of discovery, the date of discovery, multi-tiered linkings. We avoid footprints so that we don't draw too much attention from Google and have our work be wasted. We diversify the text that we use in the linking, and we use social signals and indexing. Linking really should be looked at like creating relationships with other websites, right? If two people have a blog and they link to each other, that's reciprocity. Too much of that might not be good, especially if it looks like it's a tactic for manipulation. But if you've got 10 authority bloggers or influencers on your particular product or your market linking to your website, that's a good thing. You have a relationship with those other bloggers in your industry that link to you. So trust, strength, relevance, authority, all that is really important. So think about it like who is voting for you. Velocity is important too. What is the timing of the links appearing? Did you get 600 links yesterday and none the next day or the 3 weeks after that? That's probably not a healthy signal. Or do you have a steady link graph with lots of new sites building links to you? The sequence at which those links appear. Are you getting 300 links 1 month from just directory sites, and then 300 links the next month from article sites, and then 300 links the following month from you name it? You can see how there's unnatural patterns there, so there should be some sort of organic evolution of your backlink profile. Momentum is important too, the speed and velocity and growth at which you gain new backlinks. Patterns and modifications are something we focus on. Here's an example of Karma Loop, who got almost a 200,000 backlink spike. What do you want to bet? That wasn't a natural backlink grid or backlink profile, right? That's obviously not natural. Really, the only thing that could have created that is if Amazon dropped a link to their website in their footer or something like that. So in that case, it probably wouldn't have hurt them that bad. But you don't want to see these unnatural spikes. You want a good, healthy kind of evolution of backlinks. Old and aged domains and links are really good for your business. If you have a site that has been linking to you for 5 years, maintain that link as much as possible. Getting new sites or recent or fresh sites that link to you are also very important. So this is something kind of fancy that we do because in a lot of cases, a website will start out with 0 backlinks. So how do we create links to a website that have power and have authority without going and spending thousands of dollars to acquire links from news sites and things like that? So what we do is a very sneaky but very safe tiered model where here's your site. It's precious. It makes you money. It needs to grow. It needs to stay safe. What we'll do is we'll create a layer of really high quality posts or really high quality articles or guest blogs or things like that. And then we will link to them like crazy. And the reason we want to do that is because you're really only as good as the links pointing to your links. What? You're really only as good as the links pointing to your links. So what I mean by that is if you just go out and get 10,000 links pointing to your site from nothing pages on the internet that are just crap pages, that's probably not going to be a whole lot of value to your business. What links are pointing to those links? Google actually truncates the first layer of links, which means they don't count those. They want to see what links to those. The reason a link from CNN is so powerful is because there's 10 million sites linking to CNN. Right? Why would a vote from the president be a pretty powerful vote? Because he's holding office. Right? So links are not all created equal. So we can do campaigns like this and leverage the power of linking tools and all these other resources and things like that to funnel in authority to a website. We spend a lot of geeky time engineering these types of campaigns. It's a very thought through process with requires a lot of attention and discipline. The whole goal is not creating any footprints. You don't want to cause yourself a problem where you're basically getting in Google's crosshairs. Google's watching. They kind of frown on people doing SEO, but at the same time, again, we have businesses to run, and people need to find our products and services, and we have the best product, and so they should find it. And so we're going to do things to optimize our website and link to our website to make sure it gets recognized for that. So the main point is avoid detectable patterns. Google can be extremely stubborn. They don't like to index stuff. They don't like to index new content. They have all these thresholds and criteria, making sure that they don't overuse the resources that they have and all their servers and things like that. So we funnel a lot of links through all these different types of services and different types of systems to make sure links get found. Number of backlinks is very important. On average, top number 1 ranking URLs have over 6,000 backlinks, and I think what Searchmetrics means here is this actual sites, the domains of which the top ranking pages live on have over 6,000 backlinks. So according to a study across many thousands of sites and 10,000 search queries, it is very important to have links still. Anchor text. Anchor text is essentially the text that is the clickable part of the link that points to you. Does everybody know what anchor text is? You do now? Okay. So anchor text is like, let's say this was a headline and this was clickable and it pointed to your website. That is anchor text. So whatever is in the clickable part of the page, that is anchor text. Google reads that. Google uses that information to draw conclusions about, one, what is at the destination? What is at the destination page that you're linking to? Two, what information can be inherited and applied to that page to better correct and adjust their search engine? Three, is there a pattern there so that they can determine whether or not you're trying to game the system? We are basically control freaks when it comes to anchor text. There was a huge shakeup in 2012 that had everything to do with anchor text. It was called Penguin. Does anybody know what Penguin is? Who's been hit by Penguin? Yay. It's not fun. Penguin's mean. If you don't know already, Google has these pet names for their math formulas. Panda, penguin, hummingbird. If you didn't gather that already, it's like a zoo over there. But yeah, so they labeled this one Penguin. It's the algorithm that basically analyzes. It's an anti-spam algorithm. They want to combat the SEO people using a lot of fancy linking strategies and things like that. And it has a lot to do with anchor text, so you have to be very safe and very controlled. And ultimately, just if you focus on creating good content for the web and focus on having real solid relationships with other bloggers and sites and doing things above board, you don't run into any of those problems. But if you go and run a bunch of naughty linking tools pointing directly to your site, you're going to potentially run into trouble if you don't use them correctly. So just a word of caution. Oh, that is by far the ugliest slide in the presentation. But it's really hard to talk about text without using text, right? So this is basically the different types of anchor text we use. Naked URLs are essentially just the domain name or HTTP dot, or http://www. Domain name or brand or product using keywords and keyword variations. Keywords with generic variations of words, words that really don't indicate you're trying to do much for SEO, like click here for, red apples. Keywords with positive sentiment, like this is my favorite dentist in Orange County. That could be anchor text. So conversational words and things like that. Generic words like click here or just visit or best website or this resource or over here. Words that don't indicate you're trying to use any kind of SEO tactics. And then positive sentiment is cool. Be amazed, favorite, awesome, wonderful, fantastic. And then other formatting like punctuation and bold and italics and things like that. I'm going to try switching sides. A little paradigm shift. So here's some examples of different types of anchor text. You can see, you can learn about SEO here. Oh my God, that's my favorite site. Social signals are a ranking factor. You know what? I don't like it over here. Coming back. All right, what the heck is a social signal?